A Cronkite Award goes to NBC News senior reporter Ben Collins in special recognition of his incisive reporting from the trenches of the information war. Judges praised his brilliant, brave work, saying it's inspiring to watch him bearing witness to the extremism on the dark web and holding it accountable. They found his wrestling with the responsibilities of journalists and with his own journalism's impact or lack of it on violence honest and necessary. Here's what they mean. It comes at the end of a piece about his months of reporting about threats and disinformation campaigns targeting transgender Americans in the lead up to the Club Q shooting.
And she called police from inside, and they showed up in tactical gear.
And he said he was ready to
for hours.
And he said he was ready to blow on this Facebook Live. He was ready to get into a firefight over it.
And obviously he was brought in, but prosecutors did not go forward with the case, and we're still digging through and trying to figure out why exactly that is.
Yeah, and the case was sealed, which isn't, that part is not particularly different in Colorado law. I do want to say, though, am I doing something wrong here? Here are some headlines that I wrote the last 6 months. Fueled by internet's far-right machine, anti-LGBTQ threats shut down trans rights and drag events. Remember, there was a drag event happening in Colorado. Yeah. Anti-trans stalkers at Kiwi Farms, which is a anti-trans website that stalks people, are chasing one victim around the world. Their list of targets is growing. That was a couple months ago. Doctors under threat from far-right activists for providing trans care. Boston Children's Hospital faces bomb threat after right-wing harassment campaign. There were 3 of those bomb threats. FBI charges Massachusetts woman with Boston Children's Hospital bomb threats, so they found one of the people. At least 20 Republican politicians have claimed that schools are making accommodations for students who identify as cats. That was before the midterms. Here are 3 more from my colleagues in the last 3 weeks. As election nears, some conservative groups have ramped up anti-trans campaign ads. Far-right figures appear to be testing Twitter's boundaries for anti-LGBTQ speech. GOP senator targets TikTok influencer with anti-transgender taunts. And I'm just wondering, what could I have done different? Seriously, as reporters, what can we do different? Because there are 5 dead people in a strip mall, because that was the only place they felt safe as gay or trans people in this town in Colorado Springs. And I am trying to thread this needle here. I'm trying to say that this is happening. This targeted stuff has real life impacts. They say on the internet has real life impacts. And I'm going to fail, by the way. I'm going to, freak out because it's happening, because I wake up and I see that there are 5 dead bodies. But I think we have to have a come to Jesus moment here as reporters. Are we more afraid of being on Breitbart for saying that trans people deserve to be alive? Or are we more afraid of the dead people? Because I'm more afraid of the dead people. I don't want to wake up on a Sunday and see that all of these headlines came to fruition.
Accepting the Cronkite Award for his status update on the information war, Ben Collins.
Hi, everybody. I just want to, first of all, I want to thank the Lear Center and the Annenberg Center. It's really touched my heart. And I want to thank my colleague Brandy Zadrozny, the best reporter I know, and my best friend, who has been with me through all this stuff, and the producers who, even the booking producers, the anchor producers, all these people who get 0 credit but do all the work, and for putting me on TV when I shouldn't have been, frankly. I just want to say the truth is a fragile thing. It's a particularly difficult time for the truth to be quite so fragile. Whether we like it or not, we are in the middle of an information war. People with a lot of money and power are actively trying to kill the truth right now, as we speak. They believe that if they spread enough hatred and division, their crimes and misdeeds will go unnoticed. Some of them are trying to run a parallel ground war. Some of them are trying to sell cars. And so far, the plan has worked. A lot of people in charge of news organizations are, for one reason or another, refusing to accept this reality. Or they're learning it the hard way over the time. But I'm here to tell you right now, splitting the difference halfway between the lies pushed by powerful people and the truth leaves you telling half of the truth. As journalists, we are not in that business. We are stewards of the truth, and it needs our help right now. It is not our role to simply find the truth and deposit it on the street and expect it to survive. It needs someone to fight for it. It needs us to fight for it. There are some very brave and decent people in this room. Like, it's unbelievable, actually, hearing your stories. And I realize this is an uncomfortable question. But the next time you're in an editorial meeting, someone asks you to couch the truth with a lie pushed by a powerful person, what will you do? Will you help that liar, or will you fight? I hope you will fight. Thank you.